wrestling. And we'll dive into our ranked matchup. Derek Fields, Will Miller. This is dynamic NCAA preview right here.
This is a great match, and definitely a match you could see as a preview for the national tournament, whether that's a first or second round matchup. A little bit of conflicting styles. You want to see, Fields wants to be from the open. He's got a great double leg attack. Miller will work on his right side. He has some great post singles. Very good on top. He wants to get a leg in, break the guys down, work for a turn.
Will Miller last year ended the season on a 15-match win streak as the SoCon champ at 165. Derek Fields, three-time All-Academic. He went 8-2 in the duels, but these competitors, they have high expectations heading into March.
Sure, Fields is a guy that's improved a lot in the NC State lineup. He was a national qualifier a year ago, split some time with another athlete at 165, got the starting nod, and now this year the spot is his. The coaches want to see how he's going to take the torch and run with it. Will Miller, a guy that when we talked with Bentley, he's really the epitome of what Will Miller's the epitome of what he wants this program to be about. As Fields gets in on a deep shot here. Miller very good from this position. He'll scramble very well. He's good at going over the top and collecting ankles and rolling. It's like a stalemate here. Yep.
We'll go neutral. John Mark Bentley noted with Will Miller. He said, his mom and I have kept him under my thumb the last 3 years, keeping him on track academically, keeping him working hard in the gym. And it's paying off here for App State.
You know it's trouble when the coach gets your mom on you. That's when you got to pick up the slack.
Nice to have that support here with a five-time All-American Trent Heidley. I'm Evan Budrovich. Moving into about 5 of 10 tonight. An unfortunate injury for App State's Sean Carter, forced to DQ. Otherwise, we've had really good wrestling.
Another attack by Fields. Miller does a great job of stuffing it in a good position, front headlock to start chasing some points. See Fields on the mat, squeezes that elbow, slows him down. Fields has taken 2 decent attacks, hasn't gotten completely deep. Miller done a great job defensively. Start to maybe look for his re-attacks or his offensive opportunities.
Derek Fields is blocking a lot of good shots from Miller here in this first round.
Fields will wrestle through positions very well. I had a really unique opportunity to wrestle with Derek a lot this past summer as I was getting ready for the World Team Trials. I had hurt my elbow, and I wanted someone that was a little lighter that I didn't feel like I'd get injured, and I was wrestling with Derek Fields almost every day. He was a stylistic bit of a nightmare for me. I had a hard time, when I use my weight, of course being 210 pounds, I could get to my takedowns, but he mixes it up very well. He's quick, he's got great leg attacks from the open, he's always dangerous in a lot of different positions.
A lineage of great wrestlers here for number 6 NC State as a team.
25 seconds left here. As I'll state numerous times, huge opportunity to get to a late takedown as Miller takes a great shot. Fields kicks out of it. Just the difference of being up 3-0 as 0-0 is just it's hard to overstate. From a confidence standpoint, but also the opponent mentally, that takes a lot out of you. When you look up the scoreboard and it was an even first period and you're down 3-0, it's like, man, I put a lot of work in not to show for it. It didn't happen here, but just, talking through the mental side of those things, it's a big momentum shift.
Then you're fighting the 8 ball being on bottom or on top and possibly losing more points.
Yeah, so right now what we're going to see is going to be a big part of this match. Fields is going to go down. Miller's probably best position is getting to a leg in on top. If you're Fields and you're wrestling someone that's getting a leg in, you have got to explode right away to get to your feet. So you see he gets right up. You got to find hands. Miller gets that leg in. He's close to getting out. He gets that escape. That's huge for Fields. Confidence-wise, that's a big game changer here.
Only 8 seconds of riding time. That's impressive.
Well, I think what he did very well was he sealed off right away and he exploded. And those are the basic fundamental skills that you learn when you're a young wrestler. You do drills when you're a first-year wrestler, getting right up to your feet. Fields back in on a double, perhaps feeling some momentum here. Miller just doing a great job of stuffing. Probably looking at another stalemate.
That's the stalemate, our second of this second round.
You see Bentley, Coach John Mark Bentley looking at Miller. Look for your post. Look for your setup. When he reaches, we want you to post, get to that shot.
John Mark Bentley, who's been at Watauga High School in the Boone area. Now the head coach here at 16 years at App State.
Miller really deep on the single. Fields trying to whizzer. Miller does a great job coming to his feet to get the takedown.
And the first points for App State.
Now he's got that leg in. Now he feels really comfortable here. What Miller did such a great job on that takedown is he didn't stay on his knees. When he got to the single leg, he brought Fields' leg right up in the air. When you get a guy's leg up in the air, your finishing percentage goes up big time. That was a great finish by Miller, and to put himself back on top and getting riding time with his leg in, great opportunity in the second period.
Another stalemate, but a big turn on the scorecard for Will Miller, who already has a ranked win over number 11, Andrew Sparks, in the Mountaineer Invite. It's a wrestler unfazed. You think of App State history at 165. They've had 3 All-Americans in this weight class. Miller could be that next in his senior season.
Yeah, he looks great. He looks great this season. I think getting a taste of the national tournament a couple of times, it leaves you hungry. I got to get back there. I got to finish on the podium. What do I got to do a little bit differently? And I think they're doing a great job of developing him.
Keep in mind that riding time over a minute, you get the extra points. So 38 seconds, it's still well in play.
So Fields does a good job off the restart to get an escape. Miller staying offensive, keeping Fields on the edge. Great tactic. When you're winning, you always want to keep the guy to the edge. When you're in the center of the mat, a lot of action can happen. If I'm the offensive wrestler and I'm winning, if I can get my opponent to the edge, it takes away a lot of their ability to move forward. I can kill some time. It's easier for me to down block shots. And if I get into a precarious situation, I can work to get myself out of bounds.
Final seconds here in the second period. And we'll head to the third. How about the offense here for Will Miller to extend the lead?
Well, I loved what he did here. Coach John Mark Bentley said, look for your post high C. He goes right to it, ends up in a head inside single. And this is what I'm talking about. He doesn't stay down here. He gets that leg right off the mat. It takes away a lot of the whizzer ability of Fields. Comes up,
and how about that scoop of the bottom leg,
no,
too?
It's great technique. You take out both the legs, and you go right for the takedown. It was awesome by Will Miller.
So App State a 2-point lead on the escape. Remember now in college wrestling, 3 points for a takedown. So this is far from over.
Yeah, so you'll see Fields fires off another double leg, and he's getting extended on it. Miller's got to read for it now. If you're Fields, yeah, you may want to go back to it, but you probably got to get a different setup. You got to get him moving and getting him to reach so you can get underneath his head and hands to get a takedown. If you're Miller, here's a situation. You're up 4-2. You don't want to shut it down quite yet. You don't want to go full defense mode. Just as Fields gets in the shot and he stuffs it again, like I said, you don't want to go full defense move. You want to look to put this match away, go up 7-2, and put the nail in the coffin.
Will Miller started his career at 126. He's been climbing up the weight classes. I was at the high school ranks. Now, a 2-time All-SoCon champ, holding firm with 1:12 to go.
Kind of that same shot by Fields gets extended. This is a great position for Will Miller to be in to kill some clock here in the front head position. But he's looking to score, re-attack. Great athleticism by both guys to get out of that.
As you mentioned, heading to the corner of the mat.
Yeah, Miller doing a great job keeping Fields on the edge of the mat. And Fields is the guy that needs to score.
Oh, a chance for another takedown. He's got it. And 3 more points for App State.
Yeah, that was great wrestling. Great wrestling by Miller. Like I said earlier, getting the guy to the edge, you start to panic. You take a bad shot. That's when I capitalize on a re-attack. Yeah, right here. He looks for his own offense, gets a piece of that leg, and a great job of finishing on the edge and not letting Fields get out of bounds.
Yeah, to grab that second leg for control right as Fields is crawling out of bounds. That takes some hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, it's hand-eye coordination. It's also wrestling IQ, knowing where your position is on the mat. Okay, how much length do I have with my leg to stay in bounds? How far can I reach? Do I have to pull the leg back in? And that comes through years of wrestling, and that's the experience of Miller. You know, he's been in high-profile matches. He's won high-profile matches. Those are types of things that you develop, that wrestling IQ that pays dividends in matches like this.
62 career wins for Will. And an App State crowd that had an early win in the first bout, but have watched NC State flip it in the previous 3.
Yeah, so if you're Miller, big thing here, you got 40 seconds of riding time. You've got to do whatever you've got to do to get that extra 20 seconds. Not a bad idea to even take a stall call to get yourself that 20 seconds. Because if you get that minute, it makes it very, very hard for Fields to come back as he gets this breakdown. He's in good position here.
Riding time at 52 seconds and counting. You get to the full minute, you get the bonus point. 57. Oh, hold on. Okay, the escape with 57 on the clock.
I think Miller's looking for bonus points. I think he smells blood in the water. He likes the way that his offense is going. He wants to get another takedown.
Out of bounds with 15 seconds left.
So here's the thing. He's up by 4. If he gets a takedown with at least 3 seconds left, he's going to get a major decision, which is what he wants to do. Takedown puts him up by 7 with that riding time and extra point.
Final 8 seconds. Can App State get more bonus points? Miller wants the turn. And good defense there, so a decision for App State, but points on the board. It's 14-6.
Yeah, Miller did just a great job at mixing up his attacks. He was very quick on his re-attacks, controlling the center of the mat, getting Fields in a position to get Fields to panic, maybe take a bad shot. And I think that's the experience of Will Miller to get a big high-profile matchup win in Reynolds Coliseum.
We're halfway through, so we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, more on the first Friday night duel of the season. App State, NC State. Will Miller keeping the Mountaineers in it here on ACC Network Extra.